Are you guys ready for day 118? Let's go!
What's up, guys? I am Michael McInerney, and this is Leo the Hiking Dog. For the last year, we have been planning and preparing for this through hike of the Appalachian Trail. Thank you for joining our adventure. If you are enjoying the journey, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We would be super thankful.
Good morning. It is day 118. We are off and going to an early start again today. After sleeping in our tent last night in a shelter. It is 6:30 in the morning and it is already 70 degrees. That means it is going to be hot today, folks. I was able to sleep last night without a blanket. That's how warm it was all night. So it is going to be a swelter today. We're gonna make sure we drink lots and lots of fluids today. We are gonna get to the highest point in Vermont today. That is our goal, is Mount Killington, and that's where we're headed. It's actually going to be the end of the day, so we're going to have a big climb to finish our day, and also hopefully some big views to end our day. Looking forward to that. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get this day started and start getting these miles in. Well, we just missed out on some trail magic. We just walked through a parking lot down there and they had just pulled up and said, hey, we're going to get set up and do some trail magic. It's going to be about 30 minutes. I was like, man, I'd love. They were like, we're going to cook some blueberry pancakes. I was like, I love some blueberry pancakes. However, I'm off to this early start because it's going to be hot today. I want to get as many of these miles in before it gets super hot as I possibly can. So stopping this early for a 30-minute break before it's ready. So that means an hour before I leave. I can't give up that hour. Not today, unfortunately. Not today. The only break I would take today is to jump in a body of water. I'm tying my bandana around my head in hopes of catching my sweat without having to wipe my face constantly. However, that does present the problem of the bugs buzzing around me and me not being able to swat them with the bandana, which I love doing because it keeps them away from my head. The Flex Tail Tiny Rappel battery died. So I turned it on yesterday, probably around 10 o'clock. And when I got to camp at 6, it was dead. So I don't know how long the battery's supposed to last, but to me, if I'm gonna have a tool like that out on a backpacking trip, it's gotta last 3 or 4 days, not one day, not one use. It's not worth carrying if it only lasts for 1 day. I don't want to recharge it because I can't use my battery pack for anything other than like keeping my phone charged, keeping the camera charged, things that are super important to me. So I don't know if I'm going to carry it. I don't know if I'm going to hang on to it or not. I mean, it's a great product. It does seem to work, but if I'm going to carry a product like that, then it's got to have more than 1 day use without having to recharge it, because I can't recharge it every single day. Not on my battery bank. Not going to happen. All right. Well, we're going to keep on pushing these miles, see what we see today, and we're going to end it with Vermont's highest mountain, Killington Mountain. All right, here we go. First view of the day. Little side trail, point one there. I do these side trails for you guys. So I add mileage to my day just so that you guys get a chance at seeing something beautiful. All right, back to trail. All right, it is about 9 o'clock. We are already 5 miles into our day. It might as well be like pouring down rain. I am drenched. And it's not rain, and it's not because I got in the water. It's because I have sweat through everything on my entire body. I had some electrolytes last night before I went to bed. Probably gonna have to drink maybe 2 today with the amount of sweat that I'm going to be putting out. We're going to stop at every single water source and drink and fill. And the last one, Leo laid in the creek. So we're going to try to just cool our bodies off as much as we possibly can today. And then still hopefully get in at a good time, so we got a good time to rest. But I mean, I'm not going to push like hard fast miles in this type of heat. It's 9 o'clock, it's 73 degrees outside, but I don't know why it feels like it's like 85 already. It's just ridiculously hot. Oh, all right, we are gonna keep on pushing these miles and see what we get before lunchtime. I'm considering maybe taking like a longer break in the middle of the day at the hottest part of the day and then hike into the evening, but we'll see. We'll see how that works. Yeah, yet to be determined. This heat and these climbs, oh my goodness, today's rough. Today is rough. We're getting close to the shelter where there's a water source there. I'm gonna stop and have lunch and just try to gather myself. It's about halfway through the day, but man, it's kicking my butt. All right, we're gonna get to the shelter. Well, we were gonna stop at the shelter and have lunch, but I don't even want to walk that far. It's a little bit that way. the stream is right here, so I figured we'd just sit by the stream and have lunch right here. You guys want to see how hot it is out here? I'm fixing to show you how much sweat is in this bandana. I haven't pulled it off yet, and I've already wrung it out once, so it's disgusting. So check this out. That is all my sweat. That's how hot it is out here. It's in the 80s now, and we're not even 12 o'clock yet, so it's gonna be a rough day to get to the 20, but we'll figure it out. I'm also starting to chap, so I gotta put some Body Glide on, because like I said, everything's wet. So just like my shorts are wet, my shirt's completely wet, but there's nothing I can do about it. Just keep hiking. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, well, that lunch break turned into a 25-minute nap, which was nice. Kind of dealing with something this morning, though. You know, last week I told you guys I tweaked my knee, right? And so I kind of tweaked my knee, and I was fighting through it. Just like, you know, am I hurt or am I injured? And it wasn't no big deal, because I got to Rutland and was able to rest for a few days, you know, hang out with my son, and, you know, didn't think much of it, and hadn't really been bothering me at all. And I did 22 miles yesterday, and it was, you know, really didn't bother me then. But for some reason this morning, after the first 8 miles there, when I took my first break, when I was done with the break and I went to go walk again, it was kind of doing the same thing that it did the day that it got hurt. It was like, you know, it acts like it wants to lock up on me a little bit. It doesn't hurt me on the uphills. It really kind of only hurts when I'm walking on level ground. Well, not level ground, but like just not climbing or decline. So more of the cruisy stuff is where it's kind of giving me a little bit of a twinge. So I took some more ibuprofen when I took my nap there at lunchtime, hoping that it would kick in and take care of it, but I don't know. It's still kind of doing it. So now I'm trying to assess, am I hurt or am I injured? You know, hurt I can deal with, I can fight through. Injury, I don't know. You know, injuries are those things that you have to actually like rest to recover from. So I don't know. We're gonna keep fighting through it though. I'm gonna make it to Killington today. We'll just take a little bit of a different pace for now and get this thing loosened up. It's a little frustrating, but we'll get it figured out. All right, we're gonna keep pushing these miles. Okay guys, here's an update on my knee. It is 100% again. So I think I know what I'm dealing with now, because yeah, I'm completely walking with no pain. Just like literally after it was like really hard to walk, I was walking with a limp. Because I think I've had this happen in my other knee as well, and I think I know what's going on now. I think I got a bucket tear. A bucket tear like basically happens to that ligament that your knee sits on. That ligament kind of sits and looks like a mouthpiece underneath your knee, and if a little small piece of it tears, you know, you don't have to have surgery. It doesn't cause any kind of like swelling or anything like that. But what happens is, if it folds back into itself, it prevents you from being able to like lock out your leg properly without, you know, some type of pain. And that's what was going on, was like, you know, the pain wasn't when my knee was bent or, you know, pushing off of it or doing anything like that. The pain was like when my leg was almost fully extended and I put it down in a certain way, is when I would feel the pain. And it wasn't on every single step. It was just like, you know, like just every now and then. So, and I think I know what happened, because I didn't do anything today that would have caused, you know, an additional like irritation or something to the knee. When I was sitting and resting on that rock at that overlook and having my little snack break, I had my knees really close to, or my heels really close to my butt, so my knees were folded in a way that I think that allowed that that piece of the ligament to fold underneath. So when I went to go straighten out my leg, it was folded underneath. And so that's when the pain happened. So now it's worked its way out and I'm not having any problems whatsoever. Now, last time that this happened, it was the other leg. The last time I had a bucket tear in my knee. Now, I went in and saw the doctor and, you know, did MRIs and all that good stuff. And, you know, they gave me options. And, you know, one of those things was surgery, where they would go in and they would cut that small piece off. And I decided not to do that, right? I absolutely do not want to go under a knife unless it's like necessary or crucial to my living. So I'm gonna, you know, say that that's exactly what I'm dealing with here, because like I said, now I'm walking 100%, zero pain, no problems whatsoever. So, and that's kind of like the way that it was before. So, I mean, as I was out here just, you know, like walking and thinking about it, and then, like I said, I you know, all of a sudden my knee started working again completely. And I was like, with no pain. I was like, that's strange. And then I started thinking about it, and I've dealt with that before, and I was like, you know what, that's probably what it is. So, not going to prevent me from completing this trail, I promise you that. All right, so we're going to keep on pushing and get the rest of these miles in today. All right, we got a little bit more than 7 miles to go to the top of Killington. It's a 4,000 footer. I'm hoping that it's a lot cooler up there at that altitude this evening. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But leg's feeling fine again. You know, fine. It's 100% right now. I'm back to walking 100% normal. Should get there somewhere between 5 and 6. I imagine. I just walked across a stream, or at least I tried to rock hop across a stream, and complete fail. Both feet are wet. That's okay. Feels good out here today. As hot as it is. It's 85 degrees right now. It's not cooled off whatsoever. But that's all right. We're going to keep on pushing these miles. These next few steps, we go from 500 miles to the 400s. So 490, whatever. So that's a big milestone today. Man, that's really cool. 500 miles left, guys. 500 miles left. I can't even believe it. Oh, gonna get emotional. All right, here we go. got 4.3 miles left to go in the day to get up to the top of Killington. I was told that the shelter at the top of Killington's not very nice, but I didn't plan on staying in it anyway. I just want to get up there and tent. I'm just hoping that it's cooler up there than it is down here. I imagine it's going to be all uphill from here on, so I'm trying to rest my feet before I do this final push. It's probably going to take me about an hour and a half, 2 hours at the most, depending upon, you know, the elevation. So, all right, we're just sitting here in the shelter that's, you know, 4 miles south of the peak right now, just relaxing our feet. And we just got lots of water at the stream there that you guys just saw, and beautiful stream. Those butterflies, man, those butterflies have been amazing. They just kind of sit in like little bunches and stuff in places, so it's been really cool to be able to put the camera real close to them. So, all right, we're gonna get this hike finished for the day and get set up at the top of Killington, where I was told the views will be amazing. All right, well, we finally left that shelter about 30 minutes ago. Trying to make this final push. It is 4.4 miles all uphill at the end of the day to get to the top of this mountain at 4,000 feet. Whew. Don't know why I do this stuff to myself, but we're gonna make it. We are going to make it. Now, we ain't gonna get up there fast, but we'll get up there eventually. All right, so I'm gonna save the big reveal from when we get up top. So we'll see you guys at the top of Killington. We made it to the top of Mount Killington. I'm not sure where the views are. There's a 0.2 trail that goes up that way for the summit, but I was told that that is a killer trail, and I just ain't got it in me to climb it right now. It took everything I could to get up that hill. That shelter down there is a piece of crap. It's probably the biggest piece of crap shelter I've seen on the entire AT. So we are definitely not staying in there. So looks like we're gonna tent on these platforms. I've been meaning to figure out how to put my tent up on a platform using rocks, so why not? All right, so I'm gonna get that process started. I'll show you what it looks like when I get done. Well, that was a bit ridiculous. I did get the tent set up on the platform, and I think I did a good job. However, it is like Lord of the Rings out there with these black flies just relentlessly attacking me. I didn't know that they bit to the point where they drew blood, but yeah, I started to get little blood spots where they're biting me at. So I unfortunately I'm not going to be able to show you guys what it looks like on the platform until maybe tomorrow morning. When I climb out, I can get a shot of it before we head out. But yeah, I still got a lot of stuff to get set up tonight. I still haven't eaten. I've already fed Leo, but I've got to eat. So I'm going to get all this stuff taken care of, and we're going to call it a night. It's been a long day, but we got a lot done. And, you know, from the knee issues all the way to getting to 20 miles and getting to the top of this mountain, and then figuring out how to set this tent up on a platform. So, hey, we'll see you guys tomorrow.